Hello. 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 Good evening. Thank you very much for coming to this concert fundraiser for Gaza. Thank you very much to the Racine Coalition for Peace and Justice for organizing it. Um, my name is Jane Hahn. I'm a musician from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I have been busking for Gaza since about October of last year. I'm about a year late. I was a year late to the cause. Um, but so I go around Milwaukee and I kind of do this combined protest slash. I try to raise money for Gaza as well. Um, so this evening in this beautiful space, I would like to play a kind of eclectic mix of classical music and some of my own original songs, original arrangements of pieces. And I would also like to kind of give an example of how I play on the street. So if I would kindly ask you to think of some of your favorite songs sort of over the course of the evening. And later on, I will improvise to your song requests on the violin. I have a couple more hymns just because I'm a big fan of Christian worship music. This one is called We Are One in the Spirit. So, as previously mentioned, I became aware of uh, the situation in Gaza quite late. It was in October of last year. Um, and I became acquainted with journalist Momin Abu Oda in January of this year, just before the ceasefire began. I had noticed it was over social media, Instagram. I had noticed on his page that he, like many journalists, was doing humanitarian work for people in need in his community, providing food and water, clothing, cash aid. And so I was just trying to look for ways to help. So I reached out to him, and so we collaborated on. Originally, it was the idea was to raise money for a well. Again, this was like right when the ceasefire began, and so I organized a concert in Milwaukee at the end of February in close collaboration with him. Um, we were able to raise a couple $100, so not enough for a well, but it was enough to then provide some iftar meals for Ramadan when that started that same weekend. Now, so I have, through my own personal fundraising, busking on the streets, and concerts in Milwaukee, I've sent him close to $2,000 over the last few months, or since the end of February. He also works very closely with an amazing organization called Water is Life Gaza. They are also very close. They work very closely with the Gaza Freedom Flotilla, and I have continued to send him donations directly because he still does projects on his own. So now any funds that we send will be for food and water, since that's just really necessary at the moment. But yeah, I did. I forgot. Sorry. I asked him if there was anything specifically that he wanted me to say tonight, and he just said, "My name is Momin Abouode. I'm a journalist and humanitarian worker from northern Gaza, Palestine. I was subjected to genocide and starvation by the Zionists, but I am steadfast in my country and hold on to my land. I will not leave, and I will help my people." I'm just really always very deeply moved by Palestinians in general and Gazans in particular. And yes, he also does upload on his Instagram page some of the the projects that he does. So recently it was providing eggplant and lentil stew, pots of stew. Thank you.
Can everybody hear me? All right. Um, Unlike Jane, I left my talent at home, so you guys get a slideshow. I am Mariah with Relief for Palestine. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so my name is Mariah with Relief for Palestine. And just a little bit about us. So, we are a grassroots Palestinian led organization dedicated to providing essential aid to communities in Gaza. We operate under a 100% donation policy, which means that donations go directly to humanitarian efforts. We do not take any administrative fees. We are all volunteers. So for our team, we have Hiba. She is our lead, our accountant, and she also speaks fluent Arabic. Mohammed is our logistics coordinator and as well speaks fluent Arabic. Both of them work a lot with our ground team, much more than I do behind the scenes because they are fluent in Arabic and I'm not. And then for myself, I am in charge of digital communications and content creation. So just a little bit about how we formed. Initially, we started on Instagram in early 2024. And how we got together was finding a passion for trying to get Gazan GoFundMe's and their fundraising efforts out into the ether. Just trying to get them some, how do you say it? Just trying to get some exposure to their fundraising efforts. So what we were doing, you see this video up on your screen here. That is of Layali. She's a 16-year-old with 5 siblings. And what they would do is they would essentially send us their urgent appeals to our inbox by the hundreds. We received hundreds of requests a day. And we would then reshare them to our Instagram, just like I said, to get their fundraising campaigns out into the ether. But as our connections with the community grew, so did our sense of responsibility. And so that kind of, we organically started to shift into like a direct action type of aid organization. So, our mission, we focus on delivering critical resources like food, clean water, and emergency supplies. And our initiatives are designed to alleviate the hardships faced by the communities. We actively collaborate with local and international partners to maximize the impacts of the aid. And then for our ground teams, we have our North ground team, which is led by Fahed. He is in the North currently, and he helps uh, the most devastated communities. I mean, as we all know, North Gaza has been hit significantly harder than a lot of areas since the beginning of the genocide. So he was actually forced to flee to central Gaza when things got really bad. And that's where we started to actually work with him. So his first initiative, he was in charge of what was called the family camp, which was the biggest camp at the time in Gaza. And it had 10,000 people. And he was, at the age of 19, he became the overseer of that camp. Um, and so it was a massive responsibility, but he rose to the challenge. Despite the constant danger and instability in the north, Fahad continues to show up every day with unwavering courage, compassion, and dedication. And then we have our central team. That is actually our biggest. So we have 5 main members led by Mohammed, not our Mohammed, obviously, the one in Gaza. And we also have a handful that rotate with us also as needed. So Mohammed is a really selfless person. He's very hardworking, he's very organized, and he really created a team rooted just in love and passion for serving their community. And it is worth mentioning that both of our ground teams operate under really extreme circumstances, active bombings, heavy rainfall, and intense heat. So they travel long distances across Gaza to reach remote, underserved communities. And also we place a lot of trust in our ground teams because they are the ones that are living through this, not us. So we listen to them, we follow their lead. And just a short video, kind of what we do. I didn't connect to Wi Fi.
Anybody praying? I'll just do it right, then you won't have to pray about it.
No audio. Oh my gosh. We're good? All right, there we go. All right, and so just a little about the impact to date. We have done quite a variety of initiatives. As you can see on the screen, we have some food initiatives, water trucks, care kits. 13 orphans and amputees are receiving direct sponsorship on a monthly basis. We have fundraised $40,000 in direct financial aid, clothing. We've done winter and like a winter jacket and shoe drive. We've done a children's mental health circus, and as well, we've built one ground well that serves up continuous water for bathing and cleaning. And then just a little bit about how we are impacting Gaza's economy. So that's really important to us. So we support locally by purchasing from merchants directly. And that ensures that the merchants remain employed and cash flow stays within Gaza. Um, it, faster aid kind of ties into supporting locally. So, unlike larger aid organizations, which often have their trucks delayed at the border or even turned away, we purchase directly from the merchants. So, the goods remain undamaged and fresh. And then also local jobs. So, we hire Gazans to carry out the purchasing, packaging, distribution of goods, as well as videographers and the speakers in our videos, and we can employ up to anywhere 10 to 15 Gazans usually for a single initiative, depending on the size, and that provides jobs for those who have lost employment due to the ongoing genocide. And then lastly, just a little bit about our operations and groundwork. So our ground teams just start by pretty much identifying the needs of their communities, and then they communicate that with us. Because of ongoing blockades and bombings, plans often need to adapt very quickly. Ingredients change, shortages can happen, and prices can hike and drop overnight. But luckily, both of our team leads are very skilled negotiators. So they actually tend to, more often than not, purchase in a very large amount, and that actually makes our donations spread much further and serve more people. And that's it.
I will start now with a solo violin piece, and I would kindly ask you to think of any songs that you'd like me to play along to. Usually I just play it on my Bluetooth speaker and then improvise along on the violin. So you have a few minutes to think of something. Any song requests? Yes. I Wonder by Chris. We have Dark Eyes by Dizzy Gillespie, Dark Eyes by Devochka, Bob Dylan. No, the Gyp.
Is it this one?
Thank you so much, Jane. That was wonderful, all of it. And thank you to all of you who are here tonight. Just want to say, on your way out, there's still lots of desserts, I'm sure, in the other room. There's still boxes to purchase for the fundraiser. There's still a QR code by the door to give to the causes that you heard about here tonight. And I and the silent auction is, well, still going on a little bit, and then it'll be, you want to get your stuff probably. So stick around for that. I'm going to take a slight privilege as the person that stands up here all the time, just to leave you with something. Jane played this. It's a pretty popular Christian hymn in our hymn book. It's commonly known as "Here I Am, Lord." And I just want to read you the third verse of this. Now, of course, its other title is "I, the Lord of Sea and Sky." I know all of you here, when you hear the word Lord, might think that we're just talking about our Christian Lord, but what we're talking about is the Creator, the Spirit, whatever it is that you know inside of you that pulls you toward love and justice and peace. And when you see starving people, you want to feed them. All of that, that's what the word means. It goes like this: I, the Lord of wind and flame, I will tend the poor and lame. I will set a feast for them. My hand will save. Finest bread I will provide till their hearts are satisfied. I will give my life to them. Whom shall I send? It's a hymn that it ends by asking, who will go? Who will see the hungry and be willing to feed them? Who will see those who have been maimed and made lame by bullets and bombs and go and do whatever they can? That's why we're here tonight. We're here tonight to answer the call within our human spirit to do whatever we can when we see genocide, when we see starvation. So thank you for being here, and answer the call.
No, thank you, Darren. That was beautiful. And thanks, Jane, again. It was absolutely fantastic. I too want to thank everyone for coming, and we wouldn't be able to do this without you. So thank you so much for coming. I have two announcements to make. One is on Monday, this coming Monday from 9 to 11. People are gathering at the courthouse. Brian Stiles' office is open from 9 to 11. It's a silent vigil that is organized by the Racine Interfaith Coalition and Kenosha Racine Quakers. So if you can come, it's a silent, bring a sign, and we're just standing silently outside the courthouse. If you bring a letter, that'll be even better, and you can deliver it to Brian Stiles' office and then come and stand out with us. We're going to be standing for 2 hours or however long we want to be standing, and then after that, we'll meet at the church for a debrief. On the 21st of this month, from 2:30 to 4, there's going to be a town hall, and Brian Stiles has been invited. We'll see if he does turn up, but it's an opportunity for people to voice their concerns about what's coming, what this big beautiful bill is doing to people's lives. There's going to be a panel of about 4 or 5 community leaders who will be able to respond to people's questions and concerns. So if you want to come, that'll be fantastic. Thank you so much. And like Darren said, the bakery is still open.